Hello. The current state of France presents a compelling and often paradoxical case study in the challenges facing modern developed economies. Often celebrated for its cultural influence, high living standards, and comprehensive social model, the country now finds itself at a critical inflection point, battling interconnected crises that threaten its long-term stability and global standing. This analysis will delve into the core predicaments, demographic decline, industrial exodus, and political paralysis that are pushing France toward a critical reckoning, examining the historical context and the profound economic and social implications of trying to maintain an expansive, yet financially unsustainable, social contract. Les Trente Glorieuses refers to the 30-year period following World War II in France, 1945 to 1975. This era was characterized by substantial economic growth and societal transformation. France experienced a period of rapid industrialization and modernization. The government implemented state-led economic planning, a system known as dirigisme. Dirigisme involves significant state intervention in the economy to guide development. This period also saw improvements in living standards and the expansion of the welfare state. Dirigisme is characterized by active government direction of industrial policy. It entails the state playing a central role in guiding economic development and investment. Dirigisme often includes the establishment of a comprehensive welfare state. This welfare state aims to provide extensive social support, offering cradle-to-grave care for citizens. The economic model led to significant economic expansion. It also resulted in elevated living standards for the population. This growth occurred during the period known as the Trente Glorieuses. France became the second largest economy in Europe for many years. This economic success positioned France as a major European power. A key economic vulnerability arises when government revenues are insufficient to cover expenditures. This imbalance leads to the creation of budget deficits. Chronic budget deficits indicate a persistent failure to balance income and expenses. This consistent shortfall can destabilize a country's economic foundation. Such deficits represent a fundamental weakness in the economic model. France has experienced budget deficits annually since 1974. This persistent deficit spending has led to a significant increase in national debt. Over the past 25 years, France's national debt has tripled. The current national debt of France stands at 3.4 trillion euros. France faces a significant financial challenge due to its national debt. A substantial portion of the national budget is allocated to covering interest payments on this debt. The annual expenditure on debt interest has now surpassed the budget for universities. It also exceeds the annual budget allocated to research institutions. This budgetary imbalance highlights the considerable financial strain caused by debt. The situation potentially impacts funding for education and research. The Eurozone operates under specific fiscal rules designed to ensure economic stability. These rules aim to maintain fiscal integrity among member states. France, a key architect of these rules, is now facing difficulties in adhering to them. This struggle poses a potential threat to the overall stability of the Eurozone. France's challenges highlight the complexities of maintaining fiscal discipline within the Eurozone. Adherence to fiscal rules is crucial for the Eurozone's long-term economic health and credibility. France is currently facing a multifaceted crisis involving interconnected challenges. One critical aspect is a declining population growth rate. Simultaneously, the nation is experiencing a persistent outflow of its industrial base. These economic and demographic issues are further compounded by political challenges. The existing political system struggles to implement effective solutions for these problems. France's fertility rate has experienced a significant decline. It was once the highest fertility rate in Europe. In 2010, the fertility rate was at 2 children per woman. The fertility rate has now dropped to 1.6 children per woman. The fertility rate continues to fall, The birth rate has experienced a significant decline between 2010 and 2024. Specifically, there has been a 20% decrease in the number of births during this period. This decline is notable for its steepness when compared internationally. The birth rate decline is steeper than that of Germany during the same timeframe. This comparison highlights the magnitude of the birth rate decrease. The workforce experiences a significant dynamic between those retiring and new entrants. Approximately 800,000 individuals leave the workforce annually due to retirement. In contrast, only about 700,000 young individuals enter the workforce each year. This creates an annual shortfall of approximately 100,000 workers. This imbalance highlights a growing challenge in maintaining workforce capacity. The dependency ratio reflects the number of working-age adults relative to the number of retirees. In 1990, the dependency ratio was approximately 5 working-age adults for every retiree. Currently, the ratio has decreased to approximately 2 working-age adults per retiree. This decline indicates a growing strain on pension systems. Projections estimate the ratio will further decrease to 1.5 to 1 by 2040. This escalating imbalance poses significant challenges for funding retirement benefits. The current pension system has a substantial economic footprint. Pension costs now account for 14% of the entire economy. This expenditure surpasses the combined budgets allocated to education. It also exceeds the combined budgets for defense and transportation sectors. French productivity growth has been notably slow in recent years. Between 2015 and 2023, productivity increased by only 0.3% annually. This growth rate is significantly lower than the OECD average. The French productivity increase is approximately half the average rate of OECD countries. This indicates a potential stagnation in France's economic efficiency compared to other developed nations. The slow productivity growth may impact France's competitiveness and overall economic performance. An aging population increases economic demands. Increased demand is driven by healthcare and social security needs. A smaller workforce results from an aging demographic. Stagnant productivity further exacerbates economic challenges. Less wealth is generated due to fewer workers and lower productivity. This creates a shortfall in meeting the increased demands of an aging population. France has experienced a notable decline in its manufacturing sector. Manufacturing's contribution to the French economy has significantly decreased since 1980. In 1980, manufacturing accounted for 26% of the French economy. Currently, manufacturing represents approximately 13% of the French economy. This data illustrates a substantial reduction in the manufacturing sector's economic impact over the past decades. Deindustrialization refers to the decline in manufacturing activity within a country's economy. France experienced significant deindustrialization, resulting in substantial job losses. Specifically, France lost approximately 900,000 manufacturing jobs over a decade. A primary factor contributing to this decline was high labor costs. The introduction of the euro in 1999 exacerbated these labor cost challenges, impacting manufacturing competitiveness. Labor costs vary significantly across the Eurozone countries. French labor is among the most expensive in the Eurozone. Employers in France face substantial compulsory social benefits. These benefits increase labor costs significantly for French companies. French employers pay nearly 50% more than the gross salary due to these additional costs. Several companies have moved production facilities abroad. Michelin, Renault, and PSA Peugeot Citroën are examples of such companies. These relocations are driven by high labor costs in France. Moving production allows companies to reduce expenses. Significant economic disparity exists between Paris and provincial areas. Paris concentrates a disproportionate share of the nation's wealth. Provincial areas often struggle with high rates of unemployment. These areas also face challenges related to deteriorating infrastructure. Public services in provincial regions are frequently underfunded and diminished. French politics is currently characterized by fragmentation. This fragmentation has resulted in 5 major political blocs. These blocs operate independently and without cooperation. The lack of cooperation makes political compromise extremely difficult. The National Assembly is experiencing a period of significant division. This division creates a challenging environment for governing. Governments are often forced to operate in survival mode. This mode prioritizes maintaining power over policy implementation. The political gridlock hinders the implementation of necessary reforms. Progress on critical issues is stalled due to the lack of consensus. President Macron initiated pension reform by increasing the retirement age. The reform was achieved by bypassing the National Assembly. This decision led to significant political consequences. Bypassing the Assembly resulted in a substantial political loss for Macron. The reform's success was overshadowed by the negative political repercussions. The political fallout demonstrates the challenges of implementing unpopular policies. Reforms are often needed to address issues like youth unemployment. Easing rigid labor regulations is one potential solution. However, such reforms often face strong opposition. Labor unions frequently resist changes to existing regulations. This resistance can effectively block necessary reforms. Since 2017, France has experienced a high turnover of prime ministers. 7 prime ministers have held office during this period. Each prime minister pledged to implement significant reforms. However, these promises have largely failed to materialize into meaningful change. This frequent change in leadership indicates a level of governmental instability. The lack of substantial reform suggests potential challenges in the French political system. The far-right National Rally has experienced a significant increase in support. Over the past 7 years, their support has nearly doubled. Initial support for the National Rally was at 18%. Current polling indicates a surge to 33% support. This represents a substantial shift in the electorate's political alignment. The increase highlights a growing appeal of far-right ideologies within the population. The far-left France Unbowed movement holds significant sway over a portion of the electorate. This movement currently garners approximately 22% of voter support. Such a level of support indicates a notable presence in the political landscape. The movement's influence contributes to the overall fragmentation of the political spectrum. This fragmentation reflects a diverse range of political ideologies and affiliations within the electorate. The presence of movements like France Unbowed highlights the evolving dynamics of political engagement. France's 10-year bond yield has increased to 3.2%. This rise places it nearly equal to Italy's bond yield. The convergence of bond yields signals potential fiscal concerns. Financial markets interpret bond yields as indicators of economic stability. The near parity suggests a perceived similarity in financial risk between France and Italy. The bond spread measures the difference in yield between two debt instruments. This spread often reflects the perceived credit risk of the issuers. The spread between French and German bonds is nearing 80 basis points. A widening spread indicates increasing borrowing costs for France. This increase suggests a higher perceived risk associated with French debt compared to German debt. Market dynamics and economic factors influence the bond spread between these two countries. The European Union's Stability and Growth Pact sets fiscal rules for member states. France is currently in violation of the EU Stability and Growth Pact. France's deficit is currently at 6%, exceeding the pact's limit. The Stability and Growth Pact typically sets a deficit limit of 3% of GDP. France's debt to GDP ratio is 113%, also exceeding EU limits. The Stability and Growth Pact typically sets a debt to GDP ratio limit of 60%. France's debt is projected to increase significantly by 2030. The debt is expected to exceed 125% of its gross domestic product, GDP. This level of debt raises concerns about economic stability. Unsustainable interest payments are a key factor in these concerns. High debt levels can hinder economic growth and investment. These projections indicate potential long-term economic challenges for France. Structural reforms are presented as a necessary measure to stabilize economies. These reforms are often pushed by lawmakers to improve economic conditions. The alternative to reform is the imposition of austerity measures. Financial markets can enforce austerity through increased borrowing costs. Rising borrowing costs can severely restrict economic activity and growth. Therefore, proactive reforms are seen as preferable to market-driven austerity. Robotics offers a technologically advanced solution to productivity challenges. This approach bypasses political obstacles, focusing on tangible technological advancements. Robotics serves as a multiplier, enhancing efficiency and output across various sectors. The integration of robotic systems can significantly boost productivity levels. This technological solution provides a direct and measurable impact on operational effectiveness. Robotics integration represents a practical, non-political avenue for enhancing overall productivity. Robotics offers a method to compensate for the reduction in the human workforce. This can be achieved without implementing politically sensitive reforms. Robotics ensures continuous operation in various sectors. Robotics contributes to a high level of output and productivity. A single humanoid robot can operate for extended periods, approximately 20 hours a day. The robot can maintain this operational tempo for 350 days each year. This consistent and prolonged operation leads to a significantly higher output compared to human workers. Specifically, a robot operating under these conditions can produce 4 times the output of a human worker. Demographic collapse and industrial decline pose significant challenges to modern economies. Large-scale integration of a robotic workforce is proposed as a countermeasure. Robotics can potentially offset the impacts of a shrinking workforce. Increased automation may revitalize industrial sectors facing decline. Robotics offers a solution to high labor costs in manufacturing. The implementation of robotics can alter the labor cost structure. This cost correction creates an incentive for manufacturers. These incentives can encourage companies to bring manufacturing back to France. Robotics serves as a key factor in the repatriation of manufacturing activities. Agility Robotics specializes in developing bipedal robots. Their primary focus is on enhancing warehouse logistics. The Digit robot is designed to improve efficiency in supply chains. Bipedal robots offer unique advantages in warehouse environments. These robots are engineered to navigate and operate within existing infrastructure. Apptronik has developed Apollo, a general-purpose manufacturing robot. Apollo is designed to be versatile and adaptable to various manufacturing tasks. The robot's capabilities could be scaled up to meet the demands of large-scale manufacturing. Scaling up Apollo's production and deployment could revitalize domestic manufacturing. This could lead to the creation of new manufacturing jobs within the country. The automation provided by Apollo could help bring back manufacturing jobs that were previously lost. Formic provides robotics solutions through a subscription-based service. This model eliminates the large initial investment typically required for automation. The service is designed to make robotics accessible to small manufacturers. It addresses the financial barriers that prevent smaller companies from adopting robotic technology. France faces challenges due to an aging society and a shrinking workforce. Large-scale robotics is presented as a viable solution to these demographic challenges. Robotics can potentially compensate for the reduced labor force. This approach aims to maintain economic productivity despite demographic shifts. Robotics presents a pathway to revitalize economies. This approach bypasses the need for broad political agreement on fiscal and retirement policies. Implementing robotic solutions can improve productivity and competitiveness. This offers an alternative to politically challenging reforms. The introduction of a large-scale, automated workforce has the potential to reshape economic frameworks. Automated systems can operate continuously without fatigue, offering a tireless labor supply. Unlike human workers, automated systems do not age, ensuring consistent performance over extended periods. This combination of tireless operation and consistent performance could fundamentally alter traditional economic models. Robotics represents a technological advancement impacting societal structures. This advancement necessitates an adaptation of the traditional social contract. Demographic shifts, such as aging populations, create new demands. Economic shifts, like automation, alter the landscape of employment. Robotics offers solutions to address these evolving demographic and economic challenges. Robotics plays a key role in enhancing productivity across various industries. Robots automate repetitive and physically demanding tasks. Automation leads to a significant increase in production output. Robotics reduces the need for extensive human labor in certain processes. The result is higher efficiency and optimized resource utilization. Robotics implementation leads to reduced labor expenses in manufacturing. Robots enhance operational efficiency through automation. Increased efficiency and reduced costs boost competitiveness. French industries can leverage robotics to compete globally. Automation contributes to a stronger market position for French businesses. Investment in robotics fosters innovation and technological progress. Robotics advancements can lead to the creation of new industries. These new industries generate job opportunities. Robotics innovation drives economic growth. Technological advancements improve productivity and efficiency. Robotics contributes to overall societal advancement. Robotics plays a role in promoting sustainability through increased efficiency. Robots can execute tasks with greater precision, minimizing material waste. This efficiency directly contributes to more sustainable manufacturing processes. Robotics also improves resource management across various industries. By optimizing processes, robots help reduce overall environmental impact. Therefore, robotics is a key technology for achieving sustainability goals. Robotics can reduce production costs for manufacturing companies. Lower production costs can incentivize companies to reshore manufacturing operations. Reshoring involves bringing manufacturing back to the company's home country, such as France. This repatriation of manufacturing can stimulate the local economy. Adopting robotics is crucial for France's future economic competitiveness. Robotics ensures France remains relevant in the global economy. Investment in robotics contributes to long-term prosperity. Robotics promotes stability in France's economic future. Thank you for watching. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Tell us in the comments what surprised you the most in this video, or what you found the most fascinating. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Many more thrilling, shocking, and mind-blowing stories are coming soon.